fishing, just fishing, fishing, just fishing.
Jigging jerks, jigging jerks, jigging jerks.
Fishing,
Jigging jerks, jigging jerks.
just fishing,
Jigging jerks, jigging jerks, jigging jerks.
fishing,
Jigging jerks, jigging jerks.
just fishing,
Jigging jerks, jigging jerks, jigging jerks.
fishing.
Jigging jerks, jigging jerks.
All right, here we go, guys. May 4, 2020, the opening of Fluke in New York State. And as I do almost every year, if not on the day, then, the first weekend after today, I actually took a day off from work to do this, to fish New York State Fluke Opening. And wow, what a letdown. And I've been fishing Peconic Bay for Fluke for 19 years. And today is single-handedly the worst opening and probably the worst fluking trip I ever had. And what makes it crazy is there were very few boats out. Typically, you'd see 150, 200 boats fishing a 5-6 mile stretch from the Green Lawns to East Marion. Today, there might have been 30, 40 boats total, all spread out. I didn't see a single fish brought up. Now, you'll see some clips of me bringing up fish. I had one short fluke. I had a spider crab, and that's how bad today was. The spider crab made it into the highlight reel. I had a couple keeper porgies, which is good. At least I brought some dinner home. I also had a handful of sea robins, but it was dead. Now, look, the water was cold. It was 57 when I left. It was incoming current. And 58 when I came back. That's my dock. And on the water, it was between 53 and 54 and a half or so, in the bay itself. So cold water might be one of the reasons. But, I had a lot of charters last year, guys from Delaware, guys from New Jersey, especially New Jersey. And today got me thinking, because it's not just today. 19 years, like I said, I've been fishing the Peconics for Fluke, and historically we had amazing spring seasons. You'll see some pictures from years past of some big fish and lots of fish. And I remember the season opening in April and we'd still catch. So something's going on. It's been getting worse and worse every year. Last year was not that great. If today is an indicator of what this season's going to be like in the Bay, the fishery by us is in trouble. And I brought up the New Jersey and Delaware guys because they tell me, we used to have a great fluke bite in South Jersey and Delaware, and that's gone. They have to come up north now, and I know Nantauket, I know Montauk, I know there are spots where the fish are still abundant, they're in big size, but who's to say that a few years from now, we won't be talking about those areas like I'm talking about Peconic Bay in the North Fork of Long Island right now. I tried to come up with some of the reasons why the fishing has not been great specific to Peconic Bay. But a lot of this will cover Delaware, cover New Jersey, cover other areas, even the Western Sound, the Long Island Sound, Skinner's old waters before he moved out east. They're dead now, or the last couple of years, there's hardly been any keeper fluke caught. And if you look at any of his old videos, you'll see that wasn't the case, 5-6 years ago. The first thing I came up with was bait. I know in Peconic Bay, we always got a great squid run, April, May. You could literally go down to the docks and fill up a cooler with squid. Just put a light by the water, put the squid jig down, and there were times you could fill a 52-quart Coleman cooler in a couple of hours. It was amazing, and you had bait and fresh calamari for the whole year. The other thing, and this one I think is probably the one that really has the most weight to it, a migration to deeper and colder waters. And you'll see that for whatever reason, I don't know. I don't want to say global warming. I don't know what the answer is. But, Nantucket and Montauk have exploded the last few years. Now, have we always caught fish in Montauk? We have, but I don't remember it ever being as good as it is now. I'm wondering how many of those fish we'd normally see in New Jersey, in Delaware, in the Peconics are now headed straight east. They're going to the deeper water, the colder water, and that's Montauk, that's Nantucket Shoals. Could it be that? The other thing, overfishing. And, we try to throw the big ones away, or throw them back, not away. Not always easy, but we do our best. The fish 23 inches and over are largely female, and they're the breeders. And, there are hundreds of boats now. You go to Montauk on a July or August weekend, it's a parking lot out there. Nantucket Shoals, every year, there's more and more charters going out there. And, sad to say, and I'm part of the problem, right? I'm a charter guy, but we got to get smart about overfishing, especially the bigger fish. And this next idea I had, and this is not a knock on commercial fishermen. I don't want it to sound like it is. I'm just trying to think of the impact on our fisheries and why the fluke population in many areas has seemingly decreased. But the offshore draggers. And again, I understand they're making a living. They're supplying food that people eat. This is not a knock on them, but you have to imagine, and you go on Facebook, you follow certain pages. There are a lot of big fish caught offshore by the draggers, and there's also the unfortunate, unpleasant issue of bycatch, where fluke of a certain size that are caught that don't meet the right size limit. I don't remember what that is. I don't want to speculate. I didn't look it up, but they're just discarded. They're bycatch and they're gone. I don't know. Again, very disappointing day. Like I said, I did get some fish to take home, so that was a plus. Tell me what you think. Why do you think, if you're in the Peconics, if you're in a Long Island Sound fisherman, Western Sound, New Jersey, Delaware, why do you think the fishing has really, and to be frank, sucked so much the last few years? Why is it that you got to go now to these specialized places like Montauk and Nantauket to really get on quality fish in a consistent fashion? Let me know. As always, if you like these videos, hit that like button. And if you're not already a subscriber and you like content like this, please hit that subscribe button.